So in this video today, I'm going to be showing you how to machine polish safely at home. Even if you've never used a polisher before, this video is going to definitely help you and show you little tips and tricks along the way. So I'll cover the machines that you could use that are very good for beginners, the sort of pads to use, the correct products and different types of polishers you could use and different types of cutting compounds you can use. This video is going to be definitely for beginners. It's not going to show you how to remove scratches, but it's going to show you how to use the polisher and how to use it correctly. So before I polish the car, I want to talk about the right machine to use for the job. Now, if you're a beginner, this is a pretty good safe bet. You would have seen another video I've done on this machine polish probably 3 years ago now. So it's one of my first videos and it was obviously demonstrating using this polisher, which is a safe bet. It's a good machine. It shows you how to use it. It's quite easy on the bonnet areas, but obviously around the rest of the car it can be a little bit difficult because obviously a big pad and a big surface it carries. So it's quite a big polisher and it's quite hard to hold, and that's a bit more bigger. So now we have obviously a different type of polisher, which is also a DA polisher. What is the difference between a DA and a rotary? So a rotary obviously just spins in one-way motions on the paintwork, more chance of burning your paintwork. Obviously this is more for a professional user. I wouldn't recommend a rotary machine polisher if it's your first time using it or if you're a beginner. Definitely stick to a DA polisher because it's a bit more safer to use. You're not going to polish the same area twice. These move around and it polishes in different areas all the time. So this is definitely a safe bet, and if you're starting out I definitely recommend getting one of these type of polishers like a DA one. So when you're polishing, the key is what products you're using on the polisher. So pads, very highly recommend some of these sort of pads, the thermo pads. These are really good. Now what you'll find when you buy a machine polisher, you're going to get some very cheap naff pads with it. These are no good. These ain't going to do the job. These ain't going to do nothing. These pads have different type of KPA rating on them. So obviously the harder the pad, the higher it is. And it tells you what it's good for. So like cutting compound, and then you've got the polishing stage, and then you've got the refining stage. So definitely get yourself some good pads with your machine polisher. Don't cheap out on the cheaper pads, they're no good. So when it comes to polishing, obviously you're going to have yourself a polish that you want to use. Now, depending on your paint work, I'm not going to go into too much detail with this because this is just how to use a machine polisher. But obviously, you want to obviously check your surface and the condition of the paintwork to what product you should be using. Now normally you can do a few stages, so you could do a cutting compound stage, which is this one here. So I recommend a Meguiar's one as a beginner. Pretty much safe to use, very good product, easy to use. There's a lot more brands out there that are probably even better than this one, but this one's pretty safe as a beginner. Highly recommend this one. And obviously once you've done your cutting compound, then you'd finish with a polisher. So obviously the Meguiar's polisher, you'd finish with that, and then you'd put some protection on. For the purpose of this video, I've just shown you how to use it. I'm going to be using the 3-in-1 wax, which is a product that does everything. So it removes swells, depths, the colour, it says depth of gloss, colour clarity, provides long-lasting protection. So it does all 3-in-1s. That's why it's called a 3-in-1 wax. So you're cutting, you're polishing, and you're protecting. So this is definitely a great polish to use on your car. So I highly recommend this one if you're going to be using any of the products that you want to see in this video. I highly recommend using this as a beginner, making the job easier, making the job quicker. So like I was saying from the start, this is a how-to machine polish for beginners. This isn't a professional guide. This isn't like, oh, this is the top tips that you should be doing. There's a lot of other videos out there. This is just for, if you've never used a machine polisher before, a bit like my first video, it's just going to demonstrate how to use it and just give you that helping hand to get out there and try it and not be scared to use a polisher because they're pretty much safe to use and most people can use them. So this video is just to give you a demonstration. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to evaluate the surface, and obviously you want to do this. So when you first clean your car, you obviously want the car clean. You want to feel the paintwork. Now my paintwork is very smooth to touch because it has been well maintained. I've done a decon on it. I have tar removed it. I've done a fallout remover. So you want to do a full decon wash on your paintwork before you even touch with the machine polisher. Now it's very hard to see in this light, and there's a few little marks here and there. There is some little swell marks down here somewhere, but it's very hard to see. But obviously the aim of the game is to remove some slight marking, some slight defects. You're not going to remove deep scratches, you're only going to remove slightly. Now there's a little mark here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. It's very hard to pick up. Obviously my car is well maintained. It has been in a garage. So like I was saying, this is just for beginners. This is just going to give you a guide of how to use the machine polisher. So like I said at the start, we evaluate the surface, we make sure the condition of the paintwork is good before we even start polishing, because obviously if there's contaminants in the paintwork, you're going to push it right into the paint, you're going to cause more damage, you're going to mark it. Now, a few tips. Some polishers like this one, they have a speed setting. So you can work your way through the settings of the power. The Halfords one also has that, and I'm going to demonstrate using both polishers on this one. I'll do one side with this one side the machine polisher from Halfords, and just give you a demonstration of using both. Now, when you look at the machine polisher, you have a lock button as well. There's a lot of things you can do. You can lock the motion, you can set the speed. Now, before you start doing anything, a few little tips is get your cable and make sure it's always over your shoulder. You do not want this cable rubbing on any of your part of your paintwork. It's going to cause damage. So that's one definitely big tip you need to keep an eye on. Do not let that cable rub on your paintwork at all, otherwise you're going to cause more damage. Obviously, another thing you're going to do is you're going to prime your pad. So when we get the pad on, I'm going to show you how to prime it, but we're going to put a little bit of polish on it, and then we're going to prime it into the pad. So the pad's got some lubricant. I also use a quick detailer on my pad just to soften it up and make it sure it's damp, because these pads are going to be very dry at the start. You want to have them a bit lubricated so it gives a nice motion on the paintwork. Also, we're going to obviously be using this machine polisher. Now, this has a bit of weight behind it, so does the Halfords one. When you're using the polisher, keep your hand steady, nice, slow speed, working the motions and keeping it moving. But you don't need to put a lot of weight on it. A lot of the machine polish has a lot of weight on them. They have a little bit of weight behind them, so you can just let it rest on the paintwork. You do not need to put too much pressure on it. So I've got ahead of myself a little bit off camera. So I've already primed the pad, but I'm going to show you how to do that again anyway. So what I did, because obviously that's the first part you want to do, is prime your pad before you start polishing the car. So what I do is I apply some quick detailer. So this Meguiar's one's really good. And I just spray some quick detailer on the pad, so make sure it's lubricated. You know, these pads can be quite dry at first, so you want to make sure they're softened up. Make sure you get some pressure into them, make sure they're movable, you know, flexible. Make sure you get some movement in that pad so it's not so dry and hard. We then would apply our product like this onto the pad. Just apply it everywhere like so. We then want to get another microfiber pad and just obviously massage that product into the pad. This is priming your pad up, making sure it's covered with all the product on it. So that's the first stage, pretty much simple. Make sure your pad is lubricated and it has the right amount of product on all of the pads, so when you're touching on the paintwork, you're not only dry parts on the pad. Like I mentioned earlier, we're using the 3-in-1 wax, perfect for beginners, and I'll put a link in the description below. But what we do next is we're going to apply a few little pea-size amount to each corner, not too much. That's enough. You don't want to over apply the product, because obviously it's going to be hard to take off. Now I'm inside my garage, out of sunlight. You can do this outside. I've done many times outside polishing. You can do it outside. You don't have to be in a garage. You could be undercover in a canopy, a gazebo, that type of thing. Or you can be outside. As long as it's in a shady spot, not too much wind, nice and dry, you'll be fine. You're not going to cause no other damages, but just out of sunlight, because obviously that's not what you want to be doing. You don't want to be machine polishing in sunlight. It's not going to be easy for you. It's going to be really hot, and it's going to dry out the product on the paintwork, and it's going to be hard to get off. And you're probably going to cause more damage to the paintwork that way. So if you have a garage, perfect. But if you don't, just make sure you're in a shady spot. So obviously now I've primed my pad, which you can do on the polisher. You don't have to do it off polisher, but you want to get your pad on to the polisher. You want to make sure it's very centered. You don't want to make sure it's any overhanging bits. You want to make sure it's perfect. So we'll go again with that. We want it to be very centered, so perfectly on there, which is like that. So you want to try and get it centered as perfect as possible, so when it's spinning, it's not so out of shape. Now, like I was saying, put the lead over your shoulder, as so. Now, you can work in a small area at a time if you want to, or you could do a bigger area with the wax. If you're using a cutting compound, I recommend doing a small square at a time, and then obviously wiping it off. And then when you do a polish, you can do a bigger section and wipe it off. With this 3-in-1 wax, you could do the whole area and then wipe it off. Because it is a wax type product, it's not going to dry out too quickly on the paintwork, so you've got a bit of time to work with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply just to this area first, just to demonstrate how to use it. And you're just going to work in some of the product into the paintwork. So you just sort of put in the polish everywhere on the paintwork, so everywhere has a bit of polish. Then you want to set your speed to 1. Now this is the same for the Halfords polisher. Set your speed low, and we're just going to work in the polish at first. see the polish is now on the paintwork. I've just done this section here. I'm not going to do too much in one hit, but we're going to do it slowly because obviously I'm doing it on camera. It's going to obviously dry out quickly. So we've applied the polish as a base layer. Now we're going to work at a faster speed to remove it. Now what you should see is a difference between this paint and that paint. This paint should have more clarity, a bit more gloss, and we can compare on that side. I know the car is in very good condition already, but you should see a difference. But this obviously, like I say, this video is more about how to machine polish and not how to get perfect results on your paintwork. This is just the basics of how to use it as a beginner. So yeah, so now we're going to do our next stage of the polish, which is obviously on a bit faster speed. Now, I've got my cable over my shoulder again to minimize scratching the paintwork. So I'm going to keep reminding people of that because that's quite a key part, because that's how you can damage the paintwork. We always start the polisher on the paintwork. We don't start it off, because if you do that, you're going to get polish everywhere. So you want to minimize the mess. So you're always going to start off in one corner with the pressure on the polisher. Start at speed 1, like that. And then we're going to turn the speed up. So obviously you're not going to be able to hear me too much over the polisher because it's going to be loud, but I'm going to slowly turn the speed up as I go. So we're moving the polisher slowly. Keeping it moving. You can slow the speed down as you feel you need to. When you come up to an edge, you can slow the speed down. You can speed it up as you're moving it. I've locked it in place. Once we got across, we're going to come down in one stroke. You don't need much pressure on the polisher. Let the polisher do its work. We'll let the polisher move. Well, I'm not putting no pressure on. I'm just sliding it along. Let the polisher do all the work for you. As you come to an edge, you can slow down. If you're a bit worried on the edges of the paintwork, but you might damage it, slow the speed down. Slow it right down. Switch it off. Make sure the polisher comes to a finish. Then take it off the paintwork. We've done a few passes, as you've seen. Hopefully you could hear me on the mic as I was talking, because obviously the machine polisher is loud. So we've gone side to side like this. Keep it moving. And we've come down. So we've covered everywhere the paintwork. Now you can see that I slowed down on some of the edges, because you've got to be careful on these edges. There's not as much paint on these edges, you can catch them. So I just slowed down a little bit here. And obviously speed up through the middle bit. Now you can control your speed with the polisher. You can lock your polisher in as I did, so you just keep it moving. And as you can see, I didn't put much pressure on the polisher, and also I didn't need to hold it too much, because you should be able to control the polisher nice and easy. You shouldn't, because you've got a nice lubrication. If you come in there with dry, this is what I'm saying about lubricating your pedal. If you come in dry and you get it gets stuck, you could get a jolt. You need to keep your pads very, very well lubricated, and this is how you minimize any other damages to the car. Keeps the polisher moving nice and easily if it's well lubricated. So the next part is get a microfiber cloth. Now I'm just using this one today. This is quite a nice one, very soft to feel. Now there is a lot of different ones out there. I have some really good Meguiar's ones, but I just obviously don't want to put too much pressure on this. Now this just takes the polish off really nice and easy. It's a super soft one, and you can get all the polish off, and it just nicely, easily, because I haven't added too much polish to the paintwork, it comes off really nice and easy. Now if you did get a bit stuck and there's a bit of dry part of the polish, you could spray the quick detailer on there just to give you a bit of lubrication and moisture, just to remove that polish. Now what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and show you the difference, because you can see a bit of difference. It's very hard to see probably on camera, but I'll try and show you. So now we're going to see the difference between the polish side and the non-polish side. Now you can see the clarity in the paintwork isn't as clear here as it is here. Much better. You also can see a lot of water spot marks on this one. There's also some light scratching on this one. This one, as you go in, you can see that it's a lot more clearer. Just from there you can see the difference in the paintwork. The clarity is a bit more glossier, a bit more shinier. You see the difference. You can definitely see the difference with eyes. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I can see with my eyes that it's a lot more clarity in the paintwork. But obviously this is just a demonstration of how to use it, but obviously you can see the difference in the paintwork. And that's just a few passes. Obviously I'll go off this a bit more off camera to make sure it's a lot better. But this is just for demonstration purposes only. So I quickly wanted to demonstrate this machine polisher because obviously I had a video with this machine polisher before. It was my first video. It done really well and a lot of people commented that they're using this type of machine polisher. It's a very big polisher. As you can see, the pad covers quite a massive area. You can do a lot of area quicker with this one. And it's the same principle. You apply the product the same, covering the area that you want to do, the product. You have an on and off button. Now, I did get this wrong. There is no speed setting on this, so it's one speed for all. So you can't slow it down or speed it up, unlike the other polisher. So I recommend the other polisher more because obviously you can set the speed. But what you can do is obviously work your product in, turn it on. You can see it's a lot quieter. It's not as fast. But it's very good for waxing. And you can cover the product around the area really fast with this type of polisher. For the big areas, it's good. You're getting that wax everywhere. Once you've got it in, it's just the same thing again. You're going to work it in. Now you've got two handles to hold it, so it works out really nicely like that. And you just keep working it in as you do, like so. And then you go down backwards and forwards again, like so. So with this polisher, it comes with a microfiber type cloth that you put actually on the pad. And you can actually take the product off with this. This is another key part. But what I find with this tool is it's very hard to get the pads actually on the tool properly and straight. I just find it very hard to put it on. Just something I found with it, that it's hard to put the pad on straight. That's why I prefer the other type of polisher. But this is still a DA polisher, but just a bigger surface area one. Now you've got your microfiber cloth. So this is just an easier way to remove it. So you can just do that, and you can just remove the polish like that. Now it removes some of the polish, but it doesn't remove all of it, but it takes off quite a good layer of it. So what I do afterwards, I just get a cloth and just finish it off, but you can use this pad as well. It's just a different way of using it. But as you can see, didn't really remove too much. Removed some of it. It just left a little bit of a dusting of polish behind. So I prefer just to get a cloth. So I personally would just carry on like this and use the cloth to remove the polish. And as you can see, it comes up perfect. So I just want to get some end shots. Now I'm probably going to take it outside as well into the sun to give you some nice shots at the end of the car, fully polished. The whole car's been polished. I'll give you some nice shots of it to show you what it looks like. But this is obviously the bonnet inside the garage and how it looks. So it's fully done now. And this video is just to give you a demonstration of how to use a polisher for beginners, really, how to use it for the first time. It's not a professional guide. This is just a quick guide of how to use it for the first time. If you're just a beginner and you want to be a weekend warrior, just to get yourself on a polisher, making sure your paintwork is looking glossy like this, then this is the perfect video for you. It's just a quick one. A bit like my other video done 3 years ago. It's just a updated version for 2026. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, just drop me a comment. And if you've got any questions or you want any help with anything or any products to use or different products, because I've got so many on the wall up there, I'm happy to help with any questions you may have. So thank you for watching, take care, and hopefully see you on the next one.